Hi, I'm Andrew Moore Crispin, and welcome to How Do I Use Windows Phone 7 on Butterscotch.com. In part one of this series, we're going to take a quick hardware tour of the LG Optimus Quantum Windows Phone 7 that we have in the studio today. So here we can see a 3.5-inch screen, which is pretty common among Windows Phone 7 hardware. We also have 3 dedicated buttons here, and these do appear across all of the Windows Phone 7 phones. In this case, we have the Windows Start key down here. This is a hardware button. Quite often it'll actually be a capacitive touch button that appears on the bezel here. We have a back button that we can use to navigate back one menu in pretty much any application that we're using. The dedicated Windows button will take us straight to our home screen. And the search button allows us to search the internet, to search our email contacts. It's a context-sensitive button, so depending which application we're in, it will dictate the function of that button. So in this case, we actually have, in addition to the 3.5-inch touchscreen, we also have a slide-out QWERTY keyboard. So if you're interested in using a hardware keyboard and you've already decided that you're going to go with Windows Phone 7, this is the phone that you'll be using. It's the only one that has both the touchscreen and the QWERTY keyboard. On the side of the device, we have a volume up and down rocker here. We also have a dedicated camera button that we'll be discussing in a future episode of this series. On the back here, we have a 5-megapixel camera with a dedicated flash. This battery door is actually metallic, though the overall case is plastic with some rubberized bezel and things like that. We also have a 3.5-inch headphone jack, common across all Windows Phone 7 hardware. This is a 4-stage, which allows us to use an inline remote as well as an inline microphone and stereo headset. We have our dedicated power button here. On the other side, we have a micro B USB charging port that we use to charge and sync the phone. You see that in behind the door here. So that's a quick look at the hardware of the LG Optimus Quantum Windows Phone 7 phone. Stay tuned for more episodes in this series where we'll cover off things like using Xbox Live, multimedia on the phone, using the different connections, email, and all those kinds of things. Thank you for watching the first episode of How Do I Use Windows Phone 7 on Butterscotch.com.